Good Monday evening, January 27th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Law enforcement in Moses Lake had a busy Sunday with two high-speed pursuits that may lead to felony charges. The man killed in a single vehicle rollover January 19th near the town of George has been identified as a Soap Lake resident. Sunny and seasonal weather will be with us through midweek with a wintry mix of precipitation moving in on Friday. I'll have your local weather forecast coming up. Plans are moving forward for a new high-end restaurant called Brigade, located in Wenatchee's former fire station. The old Station No. 1 building at Chelan and Yakima Streets was built in 1929 and has sat unused since 2021. Restaurateurs David Kate and Ian Nichols are Kashmir natives who moved into the Seattle food industry. The Nichols Company, Brigade LLC, submitted their plan for Phase 1 of the historic building's redevelopment 1 week ago. In Phase 1, the owners want to remove one room that was added on in the 1970s and shore up the roof, windows, and exterior walls. Dining would take place on the main floor where Wenatchee's fire engines were parked. Early plans will be reviewed by the city's Historic Preservation Board on February 5th. The Nichols bought the firehouse from the city in 2023 for $520,000. The proposed renovations to the site could cost $4.5 million more. Law enforcement in Moses Lake had a busy Sunday with two high-speed pursuits that may lead to felony charges. The first occurred shortly after midnight when, according to the State Patrol, 23-year-old Jonathan I. Faircloth of Soap Lake was seen driving 93 miles per hour on State Route 17 and failed to stop after an officer attempted to pull him over. Faircloth then ran a red light and sped through another intersection before losing control of his car and crashing into a utility pole at 24th and Randolph Road. He faces 8 charges, including eluding, DUI, and resisting arrest. Then, last night, just before 9 p.m. and less than a mile away, the State Patrol says 20-year-old Dimitri J. Ransom of Moses Lake was speeding on State Route 17 when he also failed to stop for law enforcement and eventually reached 90 miles per hour. Ransom's car was eventually found abandoned at the intersection of West Gary Street and North Paxson Drive. State troopers and officers with the Moses Lake Police and Grant County Sheriff's deputies tracked down and arrested Ransom and a passenger in his vehicle. Ransom is in the Grant County Jail facing charges of felony eluding and hit and run. The wooden boardwalk at Riverfront Park is officially open. The boardwalk was closed earlier this month after it was damaged by fallen trees. According to a press release from the Chelan County PUD, the damage spanned about 20 to 30 feet in the middle of the boardwalk. The PUD said it believes soil saturation over the last few weeks destabilized the wooded hillside above the trail and caused a few trees to fall. According to the PUD, all work to repair the landslide damage is complete. Grant County drivers are asked for their input into a proposed roundabout design near the Ephrata Municipal Airport. The Washington State Department of Transportation wants to place a traffic circle at Highway 282 and Nat Washington Way. The DOT says a single-lane roundabout is a safer alternative to the existing turn lane intersection. The new Grant County Jail, currently under construction nearby, is expected to increase traffic through that intersection. A community input meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. February 12th at the Grant County Commissioner's Office. The scheduled cost for the roundabout is about $1.2 million, but the DOT says that amount is likely to increase. Construction could go forward in the summer of 2026. When we come back, Governor Bob Ferguson signed an executive order today that directs the creation of a family separation rapid response team within the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. And Chelan residents are invited to join the city to hear about upcoming updates and plans for 2025. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Stay warm this holiday season with the latest high-quality fashions from Vuori, Patagonia, and North Face. Lake Chelan Sports has a huge selection with boots and gloves to match. Find it in downtown Chelan.
Walking on Wooden is Chelan's newest casual boutique. Update your wardrobe with the latest casual fashions from Johnson & Murphy, Free People, and UGG. Look for WOW on Wooden Avenue in downtown Chelan.
The man killed in a single vehicle rollover January 19th near the town of George has been identified as a 58-year-old Soap Lake man. Authorities on Saturday named James W. Carley as the driver who died after rolling his 2021 Honda CR-V on Highway 283 at the frontage road 2 miles east of George. He was initially identified as a Marysville resident. The Washington State Patrol says Carley was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. The precise cause of the accident remains under investigation. Governor Bob Ferguson signed an executive order today that directs the creation of a family separation rapid response team within the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. The rapid response team will explore policies and actions for mitigating the harm on children who experience family separation through the deportation or detention of parents or primary caregivers. The team will consist of professionals from DCYF, the Washington State Patrol, the Office of Refugee and Immigrant Assistance, and the governor's office. Ferguson signed the order, which is effective immediately at the Centilla Cultural Center in Seattle, and explained more about the rapid response team's duties.
Broadly speaking, the team will look for ways we can improve agency policies and procedures to help us respond to and support families who are separated. Look, it's worth noting, a dozen years ago, it would have been unimaginable we'd be having this conversation. Let's be clear, right? So even a state like Washington isn't necessarily prepared for something like this, because who would imagine we'd be at this place? So it's important for us to go through our procedures and think about it from a lens of what actually is happening now to make sure we are doing everything we can to be ready for what might be happening. We'll also be connecting with the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction and local school districts to develop strategies to minimize disruption to kids' education. Amen. That includes making a plan to respond if a student's parent is taken while a student is in school. Yeah. I will be directly involved in this, so I can assure you I have a great team. They'll be advising me on a regular basis. My first meeting this morning, after I got up, was about these issues, so they'll be in regular contact with me as we move forward.
Chelan residents are invited to join the city to hear about upcoming updates and plans for 2025. The State of the City event will give people a preview of 2025 initiatives and share survey results gathered by Our Valley, Our Future. Attendees are invited to meet city leaders, and some snacks and refreshments will be provided. The event is scheduled for Thursday, January 30th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the Lake Chelan Community Center at 103 Bighorn Way. Coming up next, we will hear what it's like being a Chelan County Courthouse security guard in tonight's feature story. Sunshine in the forecast through Wednesday with a much wetter weather pattern settling in on Friday. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
When you've been in business for 40 years, it's because you understand change and you put members first, always. Now Works is announcing a change in their membership model. Up to 6 people on one membership that you can mix and match. The more people, the bigger the discounts. Introducing the Works shared membership model. One membership, friends and family and flexibility. Works, the cleanest, friendliest, most helpful gyms you and your friends will ever join.
Central Washington Water is your solution for problem water. Whether you're on a well or municipal water, they can design a clean water system custom to you. Soft water eliminates water spots and scaling on fixtures. It protects appliances from hard water damage, saving you money. Soft water reduces soap usage that causes skin irritation and is a healthier choice to drink. Call for a free in-home consultation or stop by the store to have your water tested. Central Washington Water, your best water solution for home, pool, and spa.
Who's trying to stretch their budget this January? That's pretty much all of us. That's why Abby's is offering this giant pizza that can feed up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 hungry people for less than $27. Now, that's an Abby's budget stretching deal. Worried about a no-fun January? Not at Abby's. Dine on our Bacon Cheddar special. It's delicious and loaded with toppings and real cheese. Plus, it's on sale, and the kids can play some video games. Enjoy fun January at your local Abby's.
Security guards with Pacific Security are the first people you'll see when you walk in the Chelan County Law and Justice Center. One of those security guards is Nolan Atoa, who the county described as, quote, positive, outgoing, and eager to lend a hand. Atoa appeared on this week's Chelan County Connection series, which people can find on the county's Facebook page. In tonight's feature story, here's what he had to say about his approach to working at the courthouse.
So every day we were contracted to work here from about 7:30 to 5:30 p.m. Usually show up with my partner. His name is Gavin. We get the keys from the jail. From there, we go inside to our vestibule. There's 2 radios there. We grab the radios, we unlock the doors, and throughout the day, we just scan people in and make sure that the building is safe. When people come in, we ask that you remove all your items out of your pockets and put it inside the basket. After they do that, then you have to walk through the metal detector, which you can see right there. And if they tend to go off, we also have this wand that we use, and we do a figure 8 around them, check their belts. We tell them to pull up their socks. That way, if there's anything right there, take off their hats, and then they're on their way from there. Things that people that cannot bring in the courthouse: you cannot vape in the courthouse. You can't bring knives in there. You are allowed to bring your gun, but right there at our desk right there, we have a lockbox, which they put their guns in there, and we safeguard it until they're out of the building. That way, people don't leave it in their car, and people don't get their cars broken into, and they feel safe. Anything that we do safeguard, we do give on the way out, unless it's paraphernalia. Every day, like I said, we get here, it starts at 7:30. Me and Gavin like to show up about 10 minutes earlier, so just to get prepared and get everything turned on. After that, we get off of the doors lock at 5 o'clock. Then we go to the parking lot and we make sure that all the county employees are okay and make sure that nothing's going on in the parking lot. We hang out there until about 5:30. I just try to do my best. I start off with a smile. I get people welcoming, let them know that whatever you're here for, I'm not worried about it, man. I'm just here to do my job and let you guys know that this is a safe area. Try to interact with them, try to find the mutual ground, see what's going on, you know. And then from there, they seem to love it. It's a struggle to get here to the courthouse. So we know a lot of people are dealing with things. So we tend to try to break the ice with the question that we call a poll or / survey. Simple things such as, would you rather be in the summer or in the winter, you know? And then we gather together the polls. People talk about, oh, summer because it's hot, winter because of this and so forth, winter because you could wear your boots, what you're wearing, you know, clothing, etc., things like that. Another question, you know, as it's coming down to the Super Bowl around this time, we're asking people, who's winning the Super Bowl? Who do you guys got the best chance at winning the Super Bowl? And, you know, then we go from there and they laugh about it. They talk about football and it makes their day and they come back waiting for the next question every time. Working with the public, it just gives back to me, letting somebody know that I've helped them or made them feel good today, or no matter what you're going through. Like I said, you got a lot of stuff over here going through courts, superior courts, district courts, divorces, people coming here for wills. So, they're not coming here with the best attitude, but if you could smile to them, let them hear you out for a second, it changes.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great weekend. All kinds of sunshine both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures pretty consistently into those mid-30s. And as we look out our weather window from this afternoon up at Lake Wenatchee, just nothing but beautiful blue skies up that way, and made for beautiful video this afternoon. This weather trend is going to continue at least through midweek, and partly into Thursday. And then Friday through the weekend, wintry conditions return to our area, and we could see some pretty good snowfall up in the passes. Stevens Pass from Friday through Monday could see between 12 and 20 inches of snow. Gonna have to kind of wait and see if we pick up any snow here at the lower elevations, but I certainly think we are going to see some rain, and maybe even some rain mixed with snow as we get you into this weekend. All right, today's high temperature stayed on the cool side, unofficially at 33 degrees. 36 is now our normal high temperature. Our record, a beautiful 54 degrees, and that was back in 1962. This morning, the coldest temperature so far this season, 12 degrees, our overnight low at Pangbourne Airport. 25 is where we should be for this time of year. And our record cold, 5 below, and that was set in 1969. Sunrise this morning just after 7:30 at 7:32, and sunset now is at 4:56. All right, taking a look at your Tuesday temperatures, going to be a lot like today. This persistence weather pattern continues. 36 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 35 degrees in Quincy. Wenatchee about 34, also into Entiat, and a little cooler from Chelan up into Omak at about 33 degrees, and pretty much low 30s as well for the Upper Valley. Leavenworth and Cashmere check in tomorrow at 32 and 33 degrees. So it's still winter out there, but you wouldn't know it with all the sunshine. And it's thanks to a couple areas of high pressure that are really dominating our weather. This high is actually a Rex block, which doesn't allow any low pressure systems to move through it, so it's deflecting everything up and over us and then coming down into eastern Montana and the Dakotas. For Tuesday, we expect lots of sunshine once again. High temperatures in the low to mid 30s, so almost a carbon copy of today. Most of the colder weather back to the east and parts of Montana. For Wednesday, sunny skies again. Look at that. Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Idaho, all of us going to see lots of sunshine for Wednesday. High temperatures right where we should be. Seasonal temps in the mid 30s. For your Thursday, this is where things change a little bit. Two areas of low pressure out in the Pacific will squeeze our high pressure into eastern Washington. That'll allow an increase of clouds on Thursday. We could even see some overnight snow Thursday into Friday morning, and then Friday, here is that storm system, and it's bringing all of that moisture into our state. 70% chance of rain and snow on Friday. The good news, road-wise anyway, temperatures in the mid to upper 30s for Friday. For your Saturday, here's our morning hours. A good chance once again of some rain and snow. Mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon as a lot of that moisture moves to our southeast. Might even see a peek of the sun on Saturday with high temperatures again in the mid 30s. Getting into the end of the forecast on Sunday, not much is going to change. Still going to stay wet. Another area of low pressure well off the coast of California. It's going to bring a lot of moisture into our area, and there it is. Rain and snow again on Sunday, a 60% chance with high temperatures Sunday afternoon in the mid 30s. All right, your 7-day forecast, 19 overnight tonight. A persistence forecast pattern for Tuesday and Wednesday, mid 30s with lots of sunshine, and then things change late Thursday. Increasing clouds with snow overnight, a definite possibility, and then by the time we get to Friday, that's our best chance for the wet stuff. 70% chance of rain and snow and 37, and more of the wet stuff for Saturday and Sunday as we get you into the upcoming weekend. High temperatures both days in the mid 30s. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Her Royal Highness Queen Ella Stimmel!
Join NCWLIFE channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on Saturday, February 8th. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Join us for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. Happy Monday. The combatants are now set for Super Bowl 59, or LIX, if you will, in New Orleans in a couple of weeks. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley each scored 3 rushing touchdowns, and Philadelphia's 55-23 win over Washington for the NFC Championship. On the other side, Kansas City kicker Harrison Butker hit a 35-yard field goal with 3:33 left, and the Chiefs defense held Josh Allen on 4th down to beat the Bills 39-29 to win their 3rd straight AFC title. Super Bowl make that 59, set for Sunday, February 9th. That'll be at 3:30 in the afternoon on Fox. Seattle Kraken picked up a 4-1 win over Pittsburgh Saturday at Climate Pledge Arena. Oliver Bjorkstrand started the scoring for Seattle, and Matty Beniers finished it up as Joey Decord fought off 28 of 29 shots on goal for the win.
Now Pedersen. Chris Letang flubs the pass. Jailbreak. Stevenson with Bjorkstrand. Stevenson, the trailer, Burakovsky. Bjorkstrand scores! That's hockey, baby! Three-way passing. A beautiful play. Finished by the maestro. And the Kraken break the ice.
Just
right after you said hello.
Just letting everybody know.
Yeah. Right after you said hello, that was the next thing you said.
You know, Jake from State Farm, just let him know that
the khakis are here.
His pants are up here.
Crosby slams it home on a beautiful setup. Now, Raquel, Crosby, shot taken. The court said no twice. First on Letang, then Beauvillier. Dunn will trap the zone, move it across for Stevenson. They trade places. Stevenson, great pass. McCann turned out by Blomqvist. Now comes all the way back. Dunn again, he scores! Vince Dunn from downtown. He'll zing a pass for Shane Wright. He's converged down by 3, kicks it out to McCann. Wide open, they score! Ellie Tolvanen. A spectacular pass by Jared McCann. Eric Carlson, tight turns away from Matty Beniers. 13 minutes gone in this 3rd period. A steal by Capo Caco with Beniers. 2-on-1. Beniers scores! Hey, hey, what do you say? Matty Beniers, 4-1. Kraken. Kids in the house. Everybody, young and old, has enjoyed this one as they count it out. That's Kraken hockey, baby. Today on Kids Day, it's a 4-1 win.
Seattle's on the road for tonight in Edmonton before returning home for the first of 5 games on their home ice. Gonzaga bounced back over the weekend in men's college basketball. Everybody else came up short on the men's side anyway. Husky men fell to UCLA Friday 65-60. Northern Colorado nipped Eastern Washington. St. Mary's down Washington State. Gonzaga picked up a big 105-62 win over Portland. Gonzaga women also victorious Saturday as the Bulldogs beat Pepperdine 81-53. Northern
Northern Colorado beat Eastern Washington. Marymount edged Washington State. Haley Van Lith was among 3 starters in double figures with 19 points. 9th-rated TCU edged 25th-ranked Baylor 80-75. The Wenatchee Wild are coming off a 1-1 weekend in Western Hockey League play. Wenatchee kept hanging around against Everett Friday night and pushed the Silvertips into overtime for a thrilling 3-2 victory. Austin Drade had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Sends it in front. Bear looking for a chance, and another fantastic save. She gets run over, and there is no call. Cooper sends it off for Andreessen. Rashadi scores! Reed Andreessen! Defense turns to offense, turns to scoring, turns to a Wenatchee Wild lead. It's 1-0. Reed Andreessen beats him low. Right point for Hamill. Sends it left wing at the dot, back door, and it's in the net. They score. This game is tied. A backdoor pass, and it went deep to the bottom of the face-off circle. And Jesse Heslop with the finish ties this game at 1. And a shake and bake off one Everett player. Stolen away. Heslop brings it in. 3-on-1. In front for Bear. He scores. A takeaway at center for the Silvertips. They bring it in with an odd man rush. Past Tyler McKenzie. Up the right wing. That one could have been a 2-on-0. On the kill, looking to go back door, it bounces in, they score! We are tied again! Looks to face and fire, poke checked off his stick, Wild retreat and start anew. Sights right wing, fakes it left, tries to bring it through Hamill, he's got it to the net, brings it on, backhand, he scores! Wild win! Drive home safely, they've done it again!
Things didn't end so well Saturday as Portland came to town and earned a 5-2 victory. Wenatchee entertains a medical, not that medical, but medicine hat tomorrow. Well, maybe they'll be wearing medical garb. You never know. That's tomorrow night, Town Toyota Center, that game at 6 o'clock. Heading back to the weekend that was in prep basketball. We'll start with boys hoops on Friday. Eastmont pushed Eisenhower to overtime. The Cadets came up on top, 74-72. Davis thumped Wenatchee 81-36. Sunnyside edged Moses Lake 62-60. Ephrata won the Battle of the Basin over Quincy. Cashmere clobbered College Place. Omak had no trouble with Manson. Lake Roosevelt topped Tonasket. Okanagan beat Liberty Bell. Brewster bested Bridgeport. And Waterville Mansfield got by Soap Lake. It was Wilson Creek over Oroville 39-31. On the girls' scoreboard Friday, Ike edged Eastmont in overtime 71-70. Davis blew out Wenatchee 92-21. Moses Lake edged Sunnyside 52-50. Quincy topped Ephrata. Cashmere clocked College Place. Omak was 19 better than Manson. Lake Roosevelt tripped Tonasket. Okanagan beat Liberty Bell. Brewster down Bridgeport. Waterville Mansfield sponged Soap Lake. Wilson Creek down Oroville 42-19. West Valley walloped Eastmont Saturday in boys basketball 72-32. Moses Lake topped Wenatchee 76-39. Cashmere beat Kai B. Omak fell to Rogers of Spokane. Chelan beat Liberty Bell. Cascade down Etiat. Oroville beat Waterville Mansfield. The Eastmont girls won on the road at West Valley 50-45 Saturday. Moses Lake breezed past Wenatchee 41-19. Cashmere down Kiona Benton. Omak beat Rogers of Spokane. Chelan got to the better of Liberty Bell. Cascade crushed Etiat. Moses Lake Christian got by Touchy. Pateras got a forfeit win from Valley Christian, and Waterville Mansfield blasted Oroville. NCWLIFE channel will be back with more wrestling action coming up this week. The Eastmont boys and girls will host Wenatchee in Big Nine Wrestling. That'll be Thursday night at Eastmont High School. I'll have your Matt Side play-by-play with a call. The girls at 6, the boys at 7. By the way, that is all streamed on our Facebook page. The broadcast on TV will happen Friday night at 7. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.